Would you like ham or ham and cheese? How about a triple decker with everything on toast? A triple decker with everything on toast. Now that sounds good and filling, doesn't it? And I could give you some potato salad to go with it. I'm rather ashamed to confess I didn't make it myself, though. I bought it at a delicatessen. Oh, and I could give you some pickles. I've got sweet ones, sour ones, and relish. Do you like relish? I could give you that, too. And then afterwards, I could give you a wonderful piece of freshly made apple pie. I'm rather ashamed to admit I didn't bake it, though. I bought it at a bakery this morning. Delicious apple pie, with vanilla ice cream if you like, and coffee. I'll even go downstairs and make you a whole pot of freshly brewed hot coffee. Usually we only drink instant around here. George never seems to have time to wait for the coffee to perk. Oh, and I almost forgot. Tuna fish. Would you like a tuna fish salad sandwich, maybe? Triple-decker tuna fish salad sandwich on toast, with tomatoes and a little tartar sauce and crispy lettuce, too. Now that I can make for you myself. I'll just go downstairs and open up a can of tuna fish. And I'll have the salad made in less than 5 minutes. Besides, I like to open up cans of tuna. There's just something so very real about it. Something so very clean and natural about opening up a can of tuna fish. I suppose it's a combination of the crazy aroma that first comes when you open up the can. And then afterwards, the way the tuna fish looks, its color and its texture. Well, to be perfectly frank with you, it's a rather sensual experience for me. On the very brink of being sexual whenever I open up a can of tuna fish. I lived with him for 18 months, the first boy I ever lived with. I went to school and he went to school, he came and he went, I came and I went, and it had all the feeling of a real life. You do the laundry, you make love, you have breakfast, you fight. And all that time, there was a pair of handcuffs on the doorknob of the bedroom. Now, I never asked, what were those handcuffs doing there? And he never said, you may be wondering what those handcuffs are doing there. They were just there. And what was most odd of all was, it wasn't very long before I knew him. Before I knew I didn't really love him. But I couldn't tell him that, because of all the habits we shared, and because, if you must know, I was afraid to hurt him and to lose him. There was something about him and me, and it scared me silly. It was in Hanover, New Hampshire, in January, in the snow and the cold, very somber, that Michael said to me, "You can't go." He said, "I appreciate you being honest with me, but you can't go just yet." And I said, "Sure as hell I can." And then he said, "You can't go now, because you know this will hurt me, and it'll hurt you, and you know that you love me, and I know that I love you. So this finding yourself," he said, "this finding yourself I can appreciate, but just don't go. We can find together." And then he cried, and I cried. It was 14 below, and we just held on to each other to keep warm. I put my arms around him, and I could feel the handcuffs in his pocket. He said, "If anything happens, to me, you might be a little to blame." And I just said, "You're so full of shit, honey. You're full to the top." And I walked away. I thought he would lay down in the snow and die. Well, he didn't die, but he stayed there long enough to get frostbite.